Ah, one job. You had one job, Grumps. Watch and make sure nothing happens to the bear until they mend the staff.
May I interject, Lord Gargligold?
Nobody asked you, Ice Cube. We see what you're doing, and it won't work.
Are you so sure? Not even if I do this?
You, don't you dare! The multiverse will crumble!
Perhaps, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Chafing Armor Podcast special crossover episode, Waking Nightmares. Welcome back to the Chafing Armor Podcast with a special crossover episode. What am I talking about? You're about to find out. We open with the city, more like a town, of Honora. There is a tavern, which is eloquently known as Tavern. Figures sleep within, and there are dreams of creatures writhing in the night, giant, monstrous beings that tear the flesh and the minds from the foolish. As you may wake suddenly from a dream that you can barely remember, what would be the first thing that you would try to grab?
Grab my necklace and double check that it's still there.
Okay, you feel its cool feeling on your chest. It is still intact, and everything is as it should be, as you might say. But that is also when Fava wakes up. What would be the first thing that you would try to grab?
I'd probably grab from my trusty spear, William Snake Spear. Yeah, spear. I'm very proud of that name.
William Snake Spear.
Yes. For comfort. For comfort, just like.
And as you grab the spear, you nearly slice into your partner resting nearby. Sideways Rain. Is there anything that you would grab, or what would you do when waking up from a dream?
Rain would probably just check for whatever danger was around, and try and calm his mind after when he realized that it was indeed just a dream.
Okay. All of you have the same image in your mind, and that is of just this enormous shadowy creatures, tentacles flailing in a dark cavern, and all of you feeling the sensation of something being just sucked from your body. And that's when you woke up, and you hear the sound of pounding. Boom, 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 boom. And as it comes closer and closer and closer, you all look up, and you don't know how else to put it. A hut with chicken legs comes right through the wall. It is ghostly. It is non-corporeal in some fashion, and it is coming right towards y'all. What would you like to do?
Get out of the way!
Yeah. Sorry, I just see
in my food.
I see the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah!
I can't be clear enough. It comes through the wall, not smashing through the wall in Kool-Aid Man fashion. It is ghostly and intangible.
You see that too, right? You see that too?
What do you see?
It's a hut with legs. What the heck?
And just for just a fraction of a moment, you see wings extend from the hut. Not
makes sense.
Like little vestigial like chicken wings, but long wings. For the first image you think is like a dragon, but you are all experienced adventurers. You almost think more like a wyvern as they come out, and as they flap down, you hear a voice, and it says, "Equivalency." exchange. And then there is a as this energy field expands outwards from the hut, and it catches all of you. Think about the time you've touched a metal object in winter and it has just shocked the hell out of you, but your entire body is just captured in this as you are drawn inwards, and there is a thunderclap, and then all is silent. And through all of this, your companions sleep on peacefully, but not for long, because across the astral plane there is a beautiful vessel, the ship Lelante, as it sails through. On top is Rainbow Boy piloting with his psychic powers hooked up to the device, and navigating is Bubbles as they look across the astral plane as they're trying to reach out and find new areas that they have not yet seen, when they see these three figures just come flying by them. And they kind of tilt their heads slightly and wonder. And they also see two other figures heading in the other direction. And that is when... I'm sorry, three. Thank you. Three figures. Equivalency, exchange, the voice said, as the other three figures go in the other direction. And that is when we cut to Athora. Athora, you have had that same dream that you've had before, where you're walking along a long, empty area, and there is just an expanse of desolation. And far, far down, you see this enormous, there's no other way to put it, giant block of ice slowly floating towards you. And you can hear a voice in the cube. And it is speaking to you. And it is saying, "Oh, my dear one, you are going to do so much in this world." Would you like to say anything?
What do you mean? I say.
It laughs. It like a chuckle, and the voice is not unpleasant. It's not like it's just a soft laughter, and it says, "I mean that with you, my dear, you are the key to the staff that is broken." And with that, there is a thunderclap, and all of you go flying out from the hut which you were sleeping in, Audrey 3, just north of Zintel Keep. This is about a week later. You've been traveling north, leaving the incredibly racist town of Zintel Keep, sadly, after the funeral of Osokai, that you have recently lost, and yet gained this new mysterious Kinku. But all of you are thrown out of the hut because the hut expands outwards. Think about one of those descriptions where you see a diagram where everything is kind of exploded out. That's what happens to the hut. The sides, the roof, everything except the legs. It just goes about 30 feet. And all of you are just thrown out. And land very uncomfortably on the ground. As you pick yourself up, Tix, you see three figures come hurtling out of the hut near where the staff actually is. Is there anything that you would like to do?
Do they land somewhere nearby, or are they still flying?
They're flying actually in vaguely different directions. One is relatively close to you, and that is a cat-like creature who lands, not surprisingly, with cat-like grace.
I'll loosen Destiny Seeker in his notch and hesitantly go, "Are you okay?"
And Lee, how would you like to respond?
Landing with cat-like grace, Rain will stand and he realizes there's somebody brandishing an axe nearby, but he's kind of covered in dirt and astral plane matter. And his brain's a bit foggy after seeing a ghostly hut with legs that exploded in his head, and now he's outside of his tavern room and now in a room. I just need a minute.
Okay. And so Tix will go check on Athora and try and get our bearings on Audrey the Third and where we are in our travels.
Okay. And Athora, I would like you to make a reflex saving throw.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. So I want you to describe to me you with your fighter reflexes, ready to get up and get moving in a heartbeat. Even as you were being flung backwards, you kind of steady yourself. You land, do that 3-point hero land with one hand, the other hand no doubt going to your sword. And that's when you see this figure that's just all flowing cloth and pale hair come flying towards you. And you can catch her if you want and keep her from smacking into a tree that's just a few feet behind you. How would you do that?
I gracefully catch her and slide back from the force, but ultimately we are both unharmed, and I set her down gently.
Gotcha. So you just full on just, brace yourself. You catch her, you slide back, and perhaps the back of your boot knocks into the tree. But it would have been a nasty smack if she had just gone full face. As you pull her up, you realize she's another tiefling. In fact, her skin is not unlike yours. Sam, I'm sorry, but Fava just is heading right for a rock. He's heading right for it. This is a kind of a broken forest, but there's these weird granite structures that are crumbled, and your character is heading right for one. What would you do to keep from being crushed as you slam into it?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if there's anything in particular he would be. So he'd just be like, okay, I just got abducted by the ghost of KFC's past. And now I'm flying towards it.
In that case, with your new stats, your updated stats, I would like you to make a reflex saving throw.
Okay. How would I put all that stuff? Okay. Reflex saving throw. I'm not sure if that's going to necessarily
15 for you.
cut it. Don't know why my thing disappeared. Here we go. Reflex. Is that just dexterity?
It's you have a reflex saving throw, so yours is high.
Yeah. Plus 2 for dexterity. Is that reflex?
So you have a 15 reflex because you do have a high dexterity.
Okay. Sorry. As I
Should be
said,
in your
I'm
allies and organizations notes section.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
it's
actually on your front page on the right hand side. I just popped it in there.
Oh, sorry.
But it's a
Yeah.
15.
So 15. So that's the saving throw is 15. So I rolled a 9 plus 15, maybe.
Describe to me how your character just going heading towards this rock would kind of angle himself a little bit to perhaps not take quite so much damage.
I'm thinking that what happens is he's kind of flailing around. He's like, oh geez, I'm heading towards the thing. So he kind of orients himself. So he's kind of more bracing for impact, orienting himself. So his feet are facing towards it as opposed to, his head or anything else that might be delicate and snap. Yeah, sort of attempted mid-air acrobatics as much as one can given the circumstances.
Pinball
Gotcha.
father.
Yeah, something like that.
So Tix, this is the opposite direction from you, Tix. You look up and you just see this guy going, ah! And he manages to twist in air and his feet just plant into the granite rock. You do take 2 points of damage, but
That's pretty good, all things considered.
Exactly. Considering you literally could have bashed your brains out on this. That is good. So, as everyone kind of picks themselves up, by the way, the hut is exactly still in the state that I said before. There is an energy field just emanating from the hut. Just a vroom. The sides of the hut, the roof of the hut are all expanded out about 30 feet. And you can see at the center is the staff of Seraphim just humming along with it. And Lee, you notice that something on your person is actually missing. There is a fragment of something that you have. Could you tell the listeners what that?
Yes. After patting himself down, he realizes that something in his hakama is missing, and he's, oh, the staff fragment is gone.
And
He says this out loud, like, it's gone. Where'd it go? Oh no, where'd it go?
And as you, I would imagine, look around, your keen eyes actually track. It is there in the center, just barely perceptible over the brightness. It is actually slowly rotating around this strange staff that seems to be at the center of everything, and it's like a moon going around a planet, just kind of slowly rotating around it.
Rain makes to go towards it, and then something in his brain goes, hold up, and he stops and is like, I probably don't want to touch this.
I'm just gonna
and files information away in his head. This could be interesting for somebody he knows. A particular half elf. I barely remember back in the center for the collection of arcane artifacts.
Oh yeah, Sack.
And as
Scar.
you all just kind of pick yourself up,
Scar, remember?
there's one character that I have not forgotten, but is the Kinku that has just recently joined your party. You were actually slammed straight down, and literally your beak is a half inch from this crackling energy field. That it's sort of expanding out in like an ellipse, so it's expanded out further on the sides, but you are just barely able to keep yourself from touching the energy field, and you don't need to know that you dislike magic to know you don't want to touch that.
Oh yeah.
So I would like you to roll to successfully scooch out from underneath without touching it. Which would either be acrobatics, or if you want to try to do escape.
You're making me open 2 sheets?
Of course I am. I'm not going to forget about your other character.
Okay, reflex. Let's try with acrobatic. That's a 1.
You rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1.
Okay. So y'all literally see this scooch as you're making it, and at the last minute you're kind of angling yourself to turn sideways to get out, and you don't realize there's actually one of those little granite boulders is underneath you, and as you move, your hand comes up slightly and touches the energy field, and there is a pow! Everything flashes and hits bright. And you go flying. As you roll that 1, you try to make your way over, and your part of your feathers touch that energy shield, and there is a and then you're just gone. You're just gone. And everyone sees that you have vanished, and they do not know where to. But now, as everyone is picking themselves up, it is time to introduce everyone. I want to start with the characters that y'all know, the listeners, and I want to say, Lee, tell everyone who you will be playing today.
Welcome and good hello everybody. My name is Lee, and today I will be playing Sideways Rain, a Tabaxi monk from Shingo.
Nice. And just in case some of our listeners don't know what a tabaxi is, they should because they're adorable. But tell everyone what that is.
Tabaxi are cat people. That's precisely all you really need to know. It is a humanoid cat. Cat face, cat ears, cat tail, cat lower paws, cat disposition, especially towards father. And much like somebody else, others will be familiar with in Chafing armor, he has inbuilt claws, but he has them permanently. So
That's true. Cannot shift as a certain dearly missed ranger can. And
Indeed.
Also with us tonight is Riley. Riley, tell everyone who you will be playing.
Hello, I'm Riley, and I'm playing Athora Greyfield, a icy tiefling.
A very icy tiefling with some interesting icy things going on. And also with us today is Dare. Dare, tell us who you will be playing.
Howdy, y'all. I am playing Tix Birchmanson, a gnome cleric that has a taste for adventure.
Indeed he does, and ready for it at this very moment. And also with us on our amazing crossover adventure is Miss L. Miss L, tell everyone who you will be playing.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mrs. Lalante, or Mrs. L, and I will be playing Maylira Tel Neve Lith. She is a tiefling bard who has just been flung across the universe into the arms of the most beautiful icy tiefling.
You are not wrong. And also,
it begins.
I am so down for this duo where they solve crimes. Just saying right now.
Sounds good.
But also with us, who we've heard, who has narrowly avoided a death that he took for granted.
Awful.
Come on, dad jokes are my purview.
That's a joke you'd make, Sammy. Come on.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't make it, so I'm allowed to criticize it.
And Sam, tell everyone who you will be playing.
Hello, I'm Sam Harkin, and I will be playing the character of Father Larsenato, a half-elf druid rogue who, just spends a lot of time by himself and has got caught up in all this craziness. Now I'm in another universe and stuff. Jeez.
And to that end, your characters all do feel just a little different in this world, almost as if things are slightly different here, and certainly not like as if you've been slightly converted from 5e to 3.5e. As you all pick yourself up, shake yourself off, get yourself up, you all kind of look at one another. The players from Chafing Armor look at the constantly exploding Audrey, and it's not really clear what's going on. Would anyone like to say anything?
That was weird. That was totally, yeah.
Rain will quickly look around. His tail will swish. His ears will slip back. And where are Mordar and Husk?
Well, I'm not entirely complaining about the trade-off, to be honest.
You're not complaining about the fact that we just got abducted by Chicken Hut over here. What? What just happened?
Where are Penton and Morezi?
That is an excellent question. Penton and Morezi and the Kinku, which you did see disappear, are all gone.
Are they dead?
You do not know.
Well, let's. Okay, so let's just be proper here. I'm May, and you might be.
I'm Athora. Nice to meet you. What
Athora,
were you doing inside our
set
hut?
the nice lady on the ground, please.
Oh, yes.
It is canon now. You were holding her the whole time with your impressive strength.
Michael, is Izzy listening I need this drawn. I need this drawn.
I'm gonna commission it. I don't care what
Riley,
I
draw it.
I need. Oh yeah, Riley as well. Mrs. Oh, just someone draw Mrs. L and Riley in this embrace.
Thank you. Thank you kindly. So this thing is yours, I'm assuming.
yes.
May's pointing at the big, shiny, humming, weird thing that, crashed into her house.
Oh, it is yours? Okay.
Audrey doesn't normally look like this. She's usually bigger on the inside, but not this way. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
Yeah, so this just, came
She
into
has something
our
that
room.
belongs to me.
Hmm?
She has something that belongs to me.
She took something from you? I mean, technically, she took all of us, too.
Yeah.
Are you talking
Yes.
about me? Because...
Well, if you're talking about the glowy thing in the middle, that is the Staff of Seraphim. It is very powerful. Our sorcerer normally wraps it up and keeps it safe, and nobody is allowed to touch it because it kills people. And your little glowing stick that's orbiting it, I have no idea.
Actually,
Yes, that's
And-
what it took from me.
hold on.
I would like it back.
Where
As
are
soon
we?
as possible.
I think May's just realized, everything is different. This isn't tavern. What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Rain will probably he come to his senses after seeing the stick and is like, actually, she's right. Where are we?
Well, how do I get rid of this hangover or whatever's happening?
That's a point. Do we suffer any weirdness from our abduction through the astral plane? Is there any it maybe not stat deficits, but physical?
You don't feel good. You feel like you've been turned inside out and
Lovely.
covered in ice and then
that's what
spat
it
out
feels
of
like.
an electrical field. So
Lovely.
yeah, no, you don't feel great.
Yeah. Ooh, there was the voice, and then, there was these two people on a boat, and then we were here, and then I was here. And I'm not complaining that I'm here, but I'd like to know where here is.
Well, we're north of Sintel Keep, and we're about a month's travel from Massgate. So we're heading north into the mountains. Does that help you out?
Well, we were
I
in...
feel like all three of us will be sitting there without. What are
I
these
know
names?
what
Yeah.
mountains are.
we were in...
And I know
Well,
what
I understood one of those
north and
words.
south are.
Are we in Shengo? No, we wouldn't be in Shengo, because you're from Shengo. We must... Is this Diawick?
Diawick is a desert, isn't it not? This doesn't look like a desert to me.
We
This
were
looks
just
like
in
snow.
we were just in Fostria.
Well, you could have a snowy desert, right? It can be so cold that there's no rain. I don't think it's
I'm-
that.
I'm very confused.
I'm very impressed with your druid skills, Father. Now is not the time.
Thank you. Thank you. Finally,
there
some
was-
appreciation.
Did anyone else hear? They spoke to us. All the words.
So all
Exchange.
three did hear that.
Something
Equivalence,
Equivalent.
transference, or something. I can't. Or something like that. I don't know. Did you guys hear that as well?
Mm.
Yes.
No, Tix and
Oh.
y'all didn't hear anything.
Oh, okay.
So
No,
how
I
do we
didn't
get-
hear a word.
You sure?
Well, you disturbed my sleep, but I was impressed with
this guy
your landing.
disturbed our sleep. Okay, so Having a nice
Do you need a
well, I was having
Band-Aid?
nice dream. Yes, I'd like that.
Tix walks over and hands him the bandage.
Thank
A,
you.
a wry smile crosses Rain's face. Everywhere he goes, he makes frenemies.
And it's by the way, I was desperately hoping for these little exchanges. This is exactly what I wanted. Thank you so much, everyone. But as y'all are trying to figure all of this out, that is when you hear a piercing scream coming from just north of where you are.
Well, that's par for the course.
Guess we're gonna go rush over and see what's going on over there. Probably.
Okay.
You into that stuff too?
Well, generally, I try and help people out in distress, so yes.
Sure.
Yes, I
let's
do.
go for it. Sure, let's do
Well,
it, I guess.
I humbly suggest, given we have no idea where we are, that we let them take the lead.
Athora, if you'll run point. Tix introduces himself to the rest of the group. I am Tix Bergmanson, a cleric of Garl Glittergold. Let's head on over
Fancy.
and see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so, Athora, are you going to take the lead?
Yep, let's go.
Okay. You all hear the ching, ching, ching as her full armor form starts smashing its way forward, and her longsword being drawn as you make your way into the night. But of course, you can see well at night, can you not?
Yep.
Yeah.
Quick check. I believe we're in the solid on this. Does anyone not have night vision? Because I believe everyone does.
Yep, I have night vision.
Dark vision.
Yes.
Dark vision here.
Dark vision. Yes. Okay. So no torch lights are needed, and for a while it's lit by this weird purplish glow. Just for the chafing armor players, it is not a baleful blue glow. Yeah, baleful blue glow. Just
Good to know.
Good.
Kind of
Oh,
purplish
good.
glow. Try to say that 5 times fast.
Baleful blue glow, baleful blue glow, baleful blue glow.
You suck. As y'all,
my puzzle.
Athora, as
One
you
smart fellow, he felt smart. One smart fellow, he felt smart.
it's sad because
Anyway.
Izzy and I do these all the time for medieval fair practice, and I still mess them up. As Athora, as you crash through the small kind of trail, you can see a cart knocked over, a small tent that is just utterly in shambles, just knocked to the side, and there is a figure looming over a humanoid, a human, and bearing down on the human. What would you like to do?
Go take down the figure real quick. Let's just stop him from...
Okay. So I'm going to allow you a surprise attack. So I would like you to roll to attack.
Okay. 19?
19 will hit. And you have a second attack?
Okay. 16.
16 will not hit, unfortunately. But you do slice into it with the first attack. Give me that damage.
Okay. There it all goes. 8 points of damage.
8 points as you slice into its shoulder, and you hear this just shriek, inhuman shriek, and this figure turns to all of you as you're all kind of making your way behind her. As it turns and looks at you, it is pale, it is emaciated, it has a big bulbous bald head and white, slightly luminous eyes. And, of course, I should mention that it does have 4 tentacles coming from its mouth. It is a mind flayer, an illithid. However, there's something different about it. And I would like you to make a quick spot check for me.
Okay.
Everyone? Or just Athora?
Just Athora right now.
Okay.
That's a
She's
natural
right up
one.
in its face. Natural one. Okay, you're just like mind flare, because everyone in this world has heard stories of these creatures, and of course, our other players, except for Athora, has actually encountered one briefly. But you do know that there's something different about it. There's something wrong about it, even for a mind flare. And I would like everyone to roll for initiative. Athora, give me that roll first. What did you get?
Alright. That's an 18 for initiative.
18 for Athora. All right. And Sideways Rain.
Also an 18.
Ooh. 18 for you. And for Fava.
If I'm reading this right, it's an 8.
An 8 for Fava. And for Mel. Is it Mal or Mel that you go by for short?
May.
May.
Oh, May. Sorry, May. I'm getting there.
That's all right.
May, what did you roll?
It's okay.
13.
13? Okay. And Tix.
Tix adds his fantastic dexterity in and gets a 2.
Well,
Damn
Tix
right.
has slightly shorter legs than everyone else. I mean, this, the Athora is just and this monk is just lively, streaming across the plains, and there's this little boop, 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 as this gnome is
helping
coming up
him
from
along.
behind. He's getting there.
Come on.
So I'm going to take a wild guess that Sideways Rain may have a higher dexterity.
It's +4, so
Plus 4, yeah. So you actually... I need to roll for the creature, which it gets. Whoa. So it actually goes first. It is actually... its tentacles kind of ripple outwards, and it goes... And you all feel just a blast radiating over your brain. And I would like everyone to make a willpower saving throw. Everyone.
Ooh, I can do that.
Do those now.
Just call it out. Call it out what y'all get.
God.
22.
No.
oh no.
22.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Wow.
So I rolled a 2, but I have a
Oof.
plus 12, I think. Is that right? It says will save 12.
Yes, so you add the 12 to your roll.
Okay. So 14.
Okay.
I don't know if
is
that's
this an-
supposed to have minuses, though.
Is this an
because of
enchantment?
Stuff that happened.
It is not an enchantment.
Okay. So my still mind doesn't apply.
24 for Tix.
Nice.
I can do the will save throws.
Yeah, 21 for rain.
21? Okay.
Yeah.
So it feels very unpleasant as it shakes into your very mind, Athora. But for reasons you don't quite know why, you take no damage.
Awesome.
And you just kind of like, it's like when you stub your toe and you expect it to hurt, but then it doesn't. That's exactly what you feel, but on a brain blast type feeling.
Great.
But this creature has... Yes. Ooh. That's actually really good for you. But one of these attacks does hit, because it is a 25. Fortunately, it was not a natural 20. So it is going to... one of its tentacles just flail out at you, just like and you're knocking them back. But one of them latches onto your arm, and there's no other way to put it. You feel the blood drain from your body. As you take Athora. Your constitution is actually lowered by 2.
Oh.
So that will affect your saving throws. Your fortitude saving throws. Seems like the creature is feeling a little bit better, shall we say. Almost as if some of that hit points got better. However, the good news is it missed you with the other attacks. But now it is going to slam its body into you, and it rolls a 2. So even with its impressive to hit, it misses. As you back off, as you literally see your own blood come out of its pale tentacle into its body. It is super gross. And that will actually bring it to sideways rain.
All right. Well, let's make it let go, shall we? Seems like something you probably don't want to touch you for very long, especially if after its attack it feels better. It's not good. But Rain doesn't feel right. Some of his abilities don't work, and he doesn't know why. He kind of stamps his foot and summons his internal energy, but the flames won't work. They just don't work. So he just hits it. He just flurries it. He's just like, you know what? If this isn't going to work, I'm just gonna pound the crap out of it. So you're going to use flurry of blows against it.
And quick question: are your fists, for the purpose of this, considered magical?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to verify that. Go right ahead.
Yes. Alrighty. Fail me now.
Don't say that.
Nat 20 on flurry of blows.
Nice.
So that's 23.
23 and 23?
For the flurry of blows.
That's your to hit, right? Not the damage.
Yes.
Right. I was going to say, wow, that's quite a hit. But yes, so you need to add that up and double the damage.
So my damage
for your natural 20.
is through. Okay, so D6 plus 4. Ooh, that's a 9. So there'll be the plus 3. I think I did the plus 3 to the actual damage, not the attack. 12, so 24.
24 points of damage?
Because it's critical.
Yes, it is critical.
So doubled, so I do 12. 12. Flurry of blows. So 24.
Alright.
Sorry,
This
48,
is why, guys,
48 points of damage.
This is why I love Dungeons and Dragons. So, Thora, you did 8 points of damage to this creature. And it healed 4 points of damage. So it had taken 4 points of damage. And you just did 48 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
It had 52 hit points. So, Sideways Rain, in this very short battle, please describe to me, in your flurry of blows, with your hands filled with ki to the point that they are magical and blow through this creature's damage resistance, how you dispatch this vampiric illithid.
He probably isn't gonna realize he could do that, so he's just gonna go ham, like smack, and the last one is just gonna like a tap on the head, try to knock it out and kill it. And he's gonna step back and go, "Whoa, all right." His tail will swish and he'll turn around, acting, like a cat would, like he meant to do that, but he really didn't. He's just gonna, all right.
Whoopsie!
So did you guys figure out where that scream was from, or what? What was that all about?
We're just skipping around the corner and like, oh, what's going on?
Okay.
Cool.
Got some meatloaf.
So there is There is a figure below, that was screaming. It is a young woman, and she is cowering down below. By the way, Athora, you still have 2 Constitution points down, so you feel terrible. You literally feel weaker from whatever this thing did to you. It's really good that it missed its other 2 attacks, by the way. But you all find yourself around this woman. She does appear to be somewhat injured, but not badly. She's wearing travel-worn clothes. She doesn't really look like she looks less like an adventurer and more like a trader or a merchant. It is kind of surprising to see her alone out in the woods here. Like, normally a merchant would not travel without at least a bodyguard of some kind, adventurer of some kind. It's a little weird, but there you have it.
Right now, what?
I will go over and check on her. Pix will use his medical knowledge to check her out and see how she's doing, and greet her and see if she is cognizant.
She is absolutely terrified. She has suffered, probably the equivalent of about 3 hit points worth of damage, mostly from. She doesn't appear to have actually been attacked by the creature, like drained by the creature. It's mostly just from, getting banged around and like getting thrown out of the tent, that sort of thing. But she seems more or less. She's kind of dusky skin. Like very, she has a lot of very warm clothes. It seems like she was traveling from the north. Very shakily tells you that her name is Slyn, and that she is very grateful for y'all saving her life.
You're very welcome. We're glad we were here to help out. Shouldn't you be traveling with somebody?
I really should. The problem is, I'm the only one left alive. The road has gotten much more dangerous in the last few months, and I was trying to travel through the night when I got completely bewildered and decided to make camp, and that's when that creature attacked me. I've never seen anything like that before.
Unfortunately, we have, but that's neither here nor there. Tix will use his bandages and his healing to heal her for 7 hit points.
Okay. She's completely healed, and she greatly appreciates it. As she's never actually been healed by a cleric before, and she's just so ecstatic. And she says, "Is there anything that I can do for you? I'm forever in your debt."
Do you know how to go back home to a different dimension?
What?
That'll be a no. Okay, whatever. just a thought. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not even sure we know what's happened to us at this point. We're just here
whatever,
now,
Just like.
Unfortunately, we do not know.
Can
That's part of the problem.
I just look over, like, her merchant wares? Like, does she have a weapon? What kind of stuff is she trading in?
Yeah, give me a spot check. And if you don't have spot, then just use your wisdom modifier.
Oh.
Sorry. Wisdom modifier with maze is correct.
Yep.
So that'll
She
be
has
a
like a
zero.
-2 at this point, right?
Do you have sharp pointy?
Yeah, so I get a 0, so...
Well, 0. Okay. She definitely has stuff. You see there's fabrics. There are some items. It's just like, well, all checks out to me. Would anyone else like to do any sort of investigation?
So I have a spare dagger in my bag. So I'm just going to go up to her and be like, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. And hand her a dagger.
You hear wah, 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 wah.
Because, I didn't
just
see
me
her
in the
have
background.
one, so...
So, to the best of my knowledge, Rain has heard of these things, but has never actually seen one. So he's taking a great interest in the body.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me an investigation or a spot check.
Okay.
$17.
All right.
Okay. So the first thing you confirm is this is in fact a vampire illithid, which you certainly have never seen before. You've heard tales. They are shunned by Mind Flayer society. They are not part of the society. They do not join them. You've never heard of one on the surface. You've only heard of them in the Underdark. So that is very strange. That is when y'all hear some chanting. You hear some chanting nearby. And Slyn stands up and she begins to walk towards a cavern, a very small cavern opening in the distance. She begins to walk towards it.
Lady, your stuff's still here.
All
She
right.
completely ignores you.
Sweet. Free stuff for us.
Says the rogue. It makes sense. Makes
I'll
perfect
just-
sense.
Yeah.
I'll just start packing up her stuff for her, like, hang on.
Thora, that doesn't seem normal. Would you go grab her and bring her back over here?
I go and pick her up. Yeah, so
Okay. You are very easily able to restrain her, Thora. She does resist. She tries to fight back from you. And as she does, for a moment, she turns and looks at you, looks dead into your eyes, Athora, and her face is not her own. Where her face should be, you see the face of a handsome figure, a man with a goatee, very classic, like if you imagine the devil, with pointed ears and coal black eyes, but very handsome features. And he looks straight into your eyes with his coal black ones, and he says, "The answers that you seek are down below. There is a creature down there that is causing this. If you can find it, and if you can stop it, then you can return these people home, and you can return to your quest." And then suddenly, boom, it's just gone. And the woman is just blinking and staring and looking at you, but she's still trying to walk into the cavern.
wow.
I just have a mental image of Athora holding her up and her legs are still walking.
I mean, like, they stole my look. Like, I'm sorry, pointed ears, goatee, devilishly handsome. Like, excuse me.
Yes, Father.
It's very rude.
Let's just keep him from thinking that.
Yes. Rain's tail swishes.
I carry
Well-
her back over to everyone and say, "Who has the rope, by the way? Does any of us have the magic rope? Or what will be the magic rope?"
Tix hands out the 3 foot of rope.
I'm sorry.
beautiful
Okay, so
three-foot rope.
Rain has no idea what that is, but oh my god, I'm so glad that we got that right.
Something?
Gnomes do not do euphemisms for size.
Tix certainly doesn't.
Okay. Then why is it?
Straight face.
Yes, you are easily able to tie her up with this 3 foot of near mystical rope. As you plant her back
Someday.
there.
Someday.
God, I love this rope.
I just imagine Tix occasionally just pulling it out and like saying the magic words, hoping it will grow.
That
we
is
have-
exactly canon.
Stop.
Yeah.
we have discussed in the past. I don't know if it actually came out in episodes or not, but Michael has said that with enough belief in the world, things with that can eventually accept that belief as fact, and given time, this rope may actually become magical. We don't know when
absolutely
or
said
how
that.
Sure.
or if or whatever, but he has actually said there could come a time when this 3 feet of rope does become magical in some way. So we're really hoping that, you know, it gets an extra foot when we need it to.
All right. Sure.
Now, that's not how Amazon works. It doubles. It goes from 3 foot to 6 foot.
The 3 foot rope of Amazon.
So, Athora, do you share your little vision with the rest of the party?
Yes.
Yeah, that's weird, but okay.
Thora, have you
I'm
been
a father,
drinking
that's
anything?
weird.
No! No!
I know
You're
I
really
have
good at
been.
picking people up.
Yeah, I know I have been known to cause people to hallucinate, but I don't think this is the case.
No, this was real. He appeared. He was on her face. It wasn't her face. I promise.
So down below. What does that even mean here?
He's absolutely real. He lives in Canada.
That's right. He's a distant, mysterious figure. You don't know him.
To find out what this all about.
Oh.
The boot?
Well, thanks for listening, Canadian listeners. We apologise.
Goodbye.
We apologise profusely for Father.
I like Canada. Canada's
We've lost our one listener in Canada.
G'day, mate.
Wow! And there go all our Australian viewers.
So yeah, where is down below? What does
Well,
that
I would
even mean?
assume the Underdark, where the creepy crawlies live.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Oh.
I don't even know if May knows what the Underdark is, so she's just gonna like smile and nod and be like, "Oh, that under."
I'm basically in the same boat.
We're just like, "Oh yeah, we totally know what you're talking
There's-
about."
I'm
Well,
in plants and animals, and there are none there.
She was heading towards that cave over there, so we can assume that a cave is under, and that's where
Yeah.
we would be directed
also-
to
It's
go.
dark in there.
Yeah, it's dark in there. I get it now.
I'm no geologist, but that makes sense.
What do we do about the chicken person thing with the building?
Well,
Audrey?
the vision said that the answers we seek is in the Underdark, and Audrey doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
You just leave it out in the open like that?
Well, if it's expanding like that, it's unlikely that anybody can take it, and if anybody touches the blue glow, they're going to follow the Kinku. So, I don't think there's anything that we can do at the moment.
Good point.
Maybe make a do not disturb sign, or
You mean the
Please do
blue
that.
glow is not a do not disturb sign?
Rain's tail will swish and his eyes will swoop side to side and go, yes, it's not enticing at all.
there's all these little lasers coming off.
He is a cat, and this
Yes.
he is,
Pretty. It's so
And
pretty.
his very basic core of who he is as a race is this is interesting. This is something that he needs to know more about.
And it's a bird.
And it exists exists inside a house that looks like a bird. He's all over this, but yes, he's restraining his monk training is restraining his natural urges to investigate. But he's very much wants to, and it's very obvious. So perhaps a sign might be in order.
This is such a long joke. I'm so sorry.
Well, look, there's a sufficient materials from the little merchant cart turned over if you want to make one.
Cool. Let's do it.
I just get
Sure,
a paint.
but-
Get out of
But
my swamp.
I demand to know what you put on it. What does it actually say?
Ooh. It says danger, danger, high voltage.
Voltage is bad.
Yes. And I love the dozens of people who die because they don't know what voltage means.
Yep.
Dungeons and Dragons. But yes, let's make that canon that voltage in your tongue means something else.
Yeah.
I
Vol-
love it.
vol-
Absolutely.
voltage.
Voltage, yeah. I can just see
Voltage.
I can just see Athora and Tix looking at the sign going, what is voltage? It means dangerous.
And as the last stroke of the paint go on that's where we'll end the Chafing Armor crossover adventure. Thank you all for playing, everybody.
Thank you for not killing us.
Yay.
But this is very, very important. I don't know which one of y'all wants to jump in, Sam or Miss L or Lee. But
Let's do
we
it all
need
at
to
the same
talk.
time.
Well, everybody talk at once. No, I want y'all to tell us about your show and how people can find it.
Yeah, so we have a Twitch live streamed D&D show, I guess, called Try Rolling Better, because Father here died in like the first.
No,
It was in like the
origin.
fifth
You don't
episode.
you don't have to read me for filth and just be like, "Well, he's too basic." Yeah,
He is
it's a show where we just screw around and play D&D and make lots of jokes and have a good time and not
Yes.
give each other crap for dying. I'm sorry. It was I haven't played D&D as long as everyone else.
It's alright, Lee's played plenty of times and his characters died multiple times in multiple
Yeah.
universes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how experienced you are. When you die, you die.
I wasn't
Yeah.
up to that part in Chafing Armor, so that's a bit of a spoiler. But
Oh!
I
But,
mean, we said it at the beginning of the episode.
yeah, exactly. No,
But,
exactly. At the start of the episode, it was.
It's like Lee's superpower.
Definitely.
Yes.
But yeah, head over to twitch.tv/KALGAR, and that is our friend Calgar. He is the Dungeon Master, and he runs the show. All the videos are there if you want to watch from the beginning episode. Otherwise, we're live every second Sunday, 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which I have no idea what
Five-
it is.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. American time.
No. It's 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, yeah.
Go to
time
World
make a
Time Buddy.
podcast
It's
sometime.
easiest to convert it to your local time. If you decide to be up, for Americans, I believe it's like 4:00 in the morning. For
Yeah, just watch the videos. It's fine.
Exactly.
Watch the
And I
VODs.
will. I normally try not to say this things because I always forget, but this time I really, really will. I will have all the information so that you, the wonderful listener, can go to chafingarmor.com, click on this episode, and go find all the information there so that y'all can check out this wonderful one. The Missing Adventurers are going to be on their show, which is very exciting. So you're going to see Penton, and you're going to see Morezi, and you're going to see the Kinku show up on their show. So this is going to be very exciting, and there will also be another wonderful adventure with them coming up soon on Chafing Armor. So thank you all for playing, everyone. One more time.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Awesome. It was an absolute pleasure. And until we play again, we will roll with you soon.
Hi, new friends from the land where your armor is slightly uncomfortable. I'm Andrew, aka Calgar, the DM for Try Rolling Better, where our crossover characters May, Fava, and Rain originate from. If you're interested in seeing what happened to Penton, Morezi, and the Kenku when they jumped between worlds, come check out Try Rolling Better, which, despite everyone else's comments, is not named after that time Fava died. We stream our games live on Twitch every second to third Sunday evening at 5pm Australian Eastern Standard Time on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Kalgar, that's Kalgar. And all our prior games get re-uploaded there in a playlist too, a link to which I'm going to keep pestering Michael to add to the show notes until he does it. Thanks for your time, and remember, if you're about to get your face slammed into a large boulder, well maybe you should try rolling better.